Back in the 1900s, this site was identified, had good basalt and good scoria, so it was used as a quarry. So for nearly 100 years it's been used to supply most of Auckland for Auckland roads with all their metal and all their drainage lines with the scoria. And then in around 2000 or so, exhausted the resources within the quarry. And the challenge was then, what do we do with this big hole? Fletcher's investigated that and came up with a plan to use it as a residential development. Not just straight houses, but also sports fields, and from one big hole chasm to transform it into a vibrant community I thought it was inspiring, really. It formally got going in 2017, and before that it was a lot of planning went in to figure out what we were going to do. We're lead consultant on the project. We've been privileged to be given that responsibility. So we provide engineering expertise and survey expertise on this project. We've worked with Fletcher's for many years, and I think they recognise our ability to be able to adapt to challenges and to solve problems. We're good problem solvers. So one of the biggest challenges was trying to, how are we going to fill this thing? Fletcher's were fantastic through Windstones, and with our main contractor Hicks, like working with all the people in the industry in the whole area and finding out sources of filled material to get that, to start filling that hole up to an acceptable level where we could build suitably on. It's an old infrastructure in that area, and all old asbestos water mains, and the sewers are, when they were installed, like almost 100 years ago. So we had the challenge of increasing the pressure on that infrastructure by over 1,000 dwellings. You know, how do we solve that? As part of the resource consent process, it was realised that the Rio floor of the final development would be below the surrounding level. The challenge of how to sort stormwater. Stormwater was a significant issue. How do we get rid of the stormwater? Basically, you've got no overland flow path out of the property. We've worked closely then with PDP and with Fletcher's, and we've come up with an amazing solution. We're actually using the subterranean flow path. So the old scoria veins that ran underneath the mountains there were underneath the hills. We're actually utilising that massive storage capacity underneath the development itself to support it. And it's working brilliant. It was a quarry, so it actually served Auckland well. When we started developing this, like there were hundreds of thousands of tons of rock still within the development. And one of the challenges, what do we do with that? We could take it off site, we couldn't put it in the fill. We could take it away. We said, no, let's utilise this resource. So it is a resource, a valuable resource. So what we're doing is we're crushing it all and reusing it for our road pavements. And the rocks that we have gathered throughout the site will actually will service the whole development. What I like about the project is that it's still giving, that people living there will enjoy, and not just living there, but the whole community, the whole neighbourhood actually will be able to enjoy. I think it's fantastic. Really, it's brilliant.